What's going on, everybody? Hey, Diamond Lou. Man, thanks for waiting. I apologize. I'm running a little bit behind schedule on a Friday night. Man, well, glad we could finally get off the ground. Couple things to get out of the way first. Obviously, the stream tonight, it's Friday. It's a fractional Friday. I want to talk about fractional gold and why we're not buying more of it instead of silver. This is not obviously investment advice. I'm the last person you want to listen to for any of that. This is just my opinion, and honestly, it's something very thought-provoking happened earlier this week. One of my viewers from the UK was asking, or really made a comment about the VAT, the value add tax in Europe. I guess they have to pay 20% additional tax on top of the already massive silver premiums. So, he was just kind of saying, I don't know where to get cheap silver. And one of the suggestions I made was, hey, have you looked into fractional gold? The premiums aren't too bad on that, and I did some numbers and I thought, wow, why? Maybe I should buy more fractional gold. So, I figured I'd just kind of show off some of our options, some of my thought process when I'm deciding what to purchase, and maybe it's helpful. So, I think we've all been through it lately. We're trying to find the lowest premium silver possible. Silver is a great price. It's a great time to buy. I believe that. My philosophy in general as of late has been, if I can get silver under $20, that's a great buy. And gold, I'm just going to buy any time. But so when we've seen these dips in silver, I've definitely gone in. But it is always a challenge even then, saying, all right, how am I going to get the best bang for my buck? And what we want to stack is, and what we used to stack even, is not really what sometimes we can stack. And, it got me thinking, well, why am I buying it then? I'm buying silver because I think it's going to go up. And, there's a lot of other reasons. We all want to just hold some hard money. It's a good hedge. There's a lot of things. And I will say one of the big reasons I buy silver is I can get variety. When it comes to gold, it costs a lot of money to buy an ounce of gold. So if I want to get something like, this is a great example, South Korean silver. I thought this was a really cool looking coin. I've never had a South Korean anything before, maybe a Kia, but definitely not any South Korean coinage. So, yeah, and the premium was actually kind of decent on this anyways, but they make these in gold, but that's kind of a big ask. I really just want to buy Eagles or more popular sovereign coins. So, silver is definitely nice when I just want to get some variety in coins and I don't want to spend too much money. Homer's another good example. There's actually, I love this stupid coin, and I paid way too much. I paid more than an eagle for this one, and it's Perth Mint, but they make a gold version, and the premium is massive. It's like, even right now, $2,400-$2,500. There's no way I'm dropping that, but to drop an extra $10, just have something with Homer on it, I kind of like, yeah, I'll buy that here and there. But when I'm talking about, the long-term stuff that I'm just going to stack and put away, I want sovereigns. I think we all want sovereigns, and I think we're kind of used to it. We're used to grabbing Philharmonics, Kangaroos. I mean, the premium on these Silver Eagles used to be like $3, right? So, we want Britannias, we want Maple Leafs. But right now, if you're thinking silver is a good long-term buy, I don't think any of that's a good idea. And it kind of sucks, right? So what are we actually getting? you know, when I buy silver. I'm getting, I wouldn't call it junk, but I'm getting Asahi, you know, I'm getting these little Aztecs, generic rounds, right? Generic rounds. We're getting generic rounds. We're getting 10-ounce bars. Even these, like, nice 10-ounce bars are expensive. I've got to buy the most generic 10-ounce bars I can find. And I like these, don't get me wrong. I mean, but, you know, oh, what are the ones? The Canadian, those even Canadian, Royal Canadian Mint, you're talking like $6, $7 premium, right? It's ridiculous. So right now we're kind of forced to buy what I would consider junk. And so when we were having that conversation about high premiums with VAT, I kind of thought, well, what's the difference really? Because one of the other reasons I buy silver outside of variety is when I don't want to drop, you know, 1,800 bucks or $2,000 on an ounce of gold, right? So, and that's pretty often. You know, it's not every day I buy one of these, a Buffalo or a Britannia or whatever, and I usually try and buy American Gold Eagles. So, and I started thinking, well, okay, what if instead I didn't buy, you know, when I go in to buy this tube of Buffaloes, right, which is the cheapest stuff you're going to get, the cheapest rounds usually, you're going to find Buffaloes, right? And I like these actually. I like these a lot. They kind of look like gold Buffaloes. Cool. But what if I just bought fractional gold instead? Does that still meet, you know, the need for silver, and is it going to give me a better upside? And I really am starting to think right now the answer is yes. And that's just because even a Buffalo, I actually did the math. If you go, I just took a site like AppMex or SD Bullion and compared across the board. And if I look at a premium on one of these, it's like sometimes it's 25%. That's super, super high, right? And I went back and thought about some of the fractional gold I bought. This is a great example. This is a 10th ounce Philharmonic. I bought this. I actually picked this up at the local coin shop, and what I've noticed, in general, yes, you're going to pay a higher premium for 10th ounce stuff, especially if you're looking at, I can't know, it's so small anyway. If you're talking about a 1/10 of an ounce American Gold Eagle, you're probably paying a 20% premium, maybe more. That's high. I don't like that. Nobody likes that. But I think, at least for me, I've been conditioned somehow to forget, and maybe it's because the actual number's lower, that this is more than 20% premium right here. So would an American Gold Eagle really be that bad a deal at that point, you know? And I have found Philharmonics especially, I don't know what it is about Philharmonics, but if you search the online retailers, and I never see these at my local coin shop, this is like a one-time thing. I found that like these always seem to be cheap. They always seem to have a deal on these. This is one of the lowest price fractional coins that you'll find out there. And so, yeah, I think it's worth more consideration. I'm probably going to stop buying silver for a little while. I mean, it's getting heavy. You know, I'm down in Florida. We just had a big storm come through. You know, I vault a lot of stuff, so I don't really keep a whole lot here in the house. You know, I'll do videos and then take it back just to kind of limit my liability. But even then, if I were going to evacuate, and thank God we didn't have to, we didn't take a direct hit, and best of luck to everyone south of us that did. But I'm going to go get my silver and gold, right? I'm going to bring that with me, and it's starting to get heavy, the silver. And so maybe it would be a lot easier, instead of like slugging around, you know, a bunch of these 10 ouncers, like these are worth about the same amount. This is a hell of a lot lighter, I'll tell you that. So, so I think from that standpoint, I think fractional gold kind of wins out there because I'm already paying a lower premium on this than I am on junk or on junk silver, right? Cheap silver, low premium silver, whatever we want to call it. So, then I started thinking about, well, what are the other use cases? What are the other reasons people go for silver over gold if we're not thinking about the $5,000 an ounce silver strategy, right? Which I've been hearing that, oh my God, so forever and ever and ever, silver is undervalued. And I do believe that. I don't think it's going to, 1000x, in the next 6 months, like you hear sometimes on some of these channels. So, I kind of crossed that one off my plate. And honestly, if you look at past performance of gold, the past performance of gold, it's actually done way better than silver. So I kind of discount that. I'm happy with either. It doesn't matter to me. I think they both have a bright future. So the other part, and I'm glad Diamond Lou, you just asked the perfect question. What's the smallest fractional gold I'd buy? 1 gram versus 10th ounce. That kind of brings up the other big argument I hear for silver is when it hits the fan, we're gonna pay for toilet paper with silver coins, with U.S. junk silver, constitutional junk silver, whatever. I'm not saying that's not a possibility, but it's definitely not a driver for me. But if that's a driver for you, I think 1 gram is where you can pick it up. And now the premiums on these 1 grams are probably higher than a tenth of an ounce, but I would definitely, and I'll probably buy this was interesting because I got a really good deal. I don't know what the heck happened here, but these are like those assay bars where it's like a whole bar that you can split up. Oh boy. And they just went flying everywhere. And this is probably why I got that. I got them pretty much at melt at my local coin shop. Because somebody must have split up. Let's see if we can get a little picture there. Somebody must have split up a, in one of the bars. Maybe they had to buy some toilet paper. God only knows, right? Why you would do this. Because I don't know if they sell these as loosies, direct from the mint. I feel like you're probably, if you're getting them loose, it's probably like me where someone had them. And, a lot of coin shop dealers or coin shop owners, they don't want to deal with all this. They'd rather buy and sell, 1 ouncers, right? It's way easier. So they had them just kind of sitting there in one of these cases. And I think I got them for melt. So I would probably, if I'm not going to buy silver, I'm probably going to look at this as an alternative. And I would bet you could probably get bricks that are not a whole ounce, that are 1/4 ounce, 1/2 ounce, whatever. But I think the case for the 1 grammers is that sort of, I need a way to pay for stuff. The other option that actually just popped into my head, I don't know if, and I don't unfortunately have any of these, people make those gold backs now. You can get them all over. Yeah, I'm sure you can get them on eBay, AppMex, SD Bullion, but they're actual kind of paper dollars, but they're laminated in, I think it's like 1/100th of an ounce of gold. The only issue I have with gold backs is the premiums on those are ridiculously high, because I think at the time I saw them, I think it was worth it had $2 worth of gold, but they were selling for $5. So now you're paying 125% premium, if I did the math right, which I probably didn't, but you're paying a really freaking high premium, right? Whatever it is. So there we go. So Lou's buying them on that. Well, I don't know if he's buying them, but AppMex has got them. So yeah, you could check that out. If you go to AppMex and just search for gold backs, I think they're called gold backs. It's interesting. And actually, now that I talk about it, I will probably buy a couple kind of going back to that like variety silver philosophy where it's cheap and I can get different sovereigns. You know, I might just buy a couple gold backs because they're cheap and I can have them sitting around here. So, so yeah, that's I definitely think the 1 grams are a good option. I don't know if there's anything smaller than this or the gold back. And another option is like pre 1933. I mean, people go nuts for constitutional silver, so why not pick up some? I would call this constitutional gold. I don't, because there's some numismatic value in these coins, kind of like Morgan's, depending on what it is, key date. This one, I don't think, this is a 1881, I don't know, San Francisco or something. There's nothing very special about this. And that's why I bought it, because I wanted something different, and it was relatively cheap. The premium was higher than, an American Gold Eagle, but, it still was not percentage-wise anywhere near what I'm paying for my silver premiums nowadays. So this is definitely an option. Another coin I love, on the fractional side are these guys. These are U.S. Mint commemoratives. So, and I see deals on APMEX on these quite often. So this is a $5 commemorative. This is probably, I think it's like 0.2489 ounces of gold. And the U.S. Mint makes these, and it's a proof. The only reason I have this one graded, when I signed up for PCGS, they give you like 4 free slips, and I was getting my proof buffaloes graded. So like I had 3 of these and 4 slips. So I was like, whatever, we'll grade this coin. But yeah, I see these, below 10% melt premium relatively regularly on APMEX, and probably some of the other JM, SD Bullion, and they also make $10 commems. I don't have any of those, but I see those from time to time at really good premiums as well. So I think this solves a couple problems. It's still technically a sovereign. It still is going to beat your American Gold Eagle premiums. It's still covered by the 1099 rule for gold, so you can sell up to 25 ounces. You can sell more than you can sell as much as you want. Like if you have 600 ounces of these, you don't have to get a 1099 for them. So, yeah, I think these are definitely a nice option, again, against higher premium silver. Every once in a while, I know this is not popular. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, but I do like sovereigns. Super unique. I've seen these. Again, I get these, APMEX. Let's see if we can get a better shot of this guy. So there is QE2. They're going to get a lot uglier because Charles is coming. They just they released the video or the picture today of King Charles's big ears on the coin. But these are fractional. These are, I think this is a half sovereign. The cool thing about sovereigns is you can get a quarter sovereign, you can get a half sovereign, you get a sovereign and a double sovereign. And this, I think, is around 0.23 something. I don't know the exact numbers on it, but the premiums on these, again, are oftentimes very, very cheap. Again, compared to silver, compared to even cheap rounds. The only exception, I would say, is obviously 1 ounce 1 ounce gold. The premiums are always going to be cheaper here. So if the use case is not, I just want to spend less, I don't have as much of a budget, go for the 1 ouncers. Super cheap. Super cheap. Right now, at my local coin shop, I can find buffaloes. I don't know what it is about buffaloes versus eagles. And I try to buy eagles. The eagle premium right now is 6%. The buffalo premium ranges between 5 and 5.5. I don't know why the premium's cheaper. Maybe I'm overestimating the popularity of this coin versus the American Gold Eagle. But dude, 6%. What would you do for a 6% premium on even a Canadian at this point? I mean, even these are probably like 25, 30% in some cases. So again, if it's not so much budget, buy these 1 ouncers. We all want sovereigns. Don't buy bars. You're not saving that much. And that's the way silver used to be. And that's what I miss. Silver, it used to be a very similar thing. I'm going to spend a tiny bit more for, an American Silver Eagle over, a 10-ounce bar or over one of these junk rounds, whatever. There's a freaking Big Ben on it, like it used to be the choice was, I splurge a little bit for, my Silver Eagle. And now it's like, no, I can buy one of these and go out to dinner or at least stop at McDonald's on the way home. I mean, you literally could do that. You could buy one of these, stop at McDonald's, feed yourself and still spend less money than you would have on, Silver Eagle. And we all know that. So there are some exceptions, I think, in silver. But before we do that, before I get to those, I did want to show one thing. If you haven't seen it, there should be a link in the description. If there's not, I will put it after the live stream. Today's the last day. You can still enter to win 2022 American Liberty Silver Medal. This is, as badly as I'm talking about silver and as much as I bitch about the US Mint and their packaging, I love this coin. This is my favorite one this year. The certificate of authenticity, like the paper, the print work, it's so much better than the Silver Eagle was. And the coin is just freaking phenoms. And I wish, this is one gold coin. If I could get in gold, I would. And I might one day, but the gold ones are pretty pricey. But this thing's got a super crazy deep cameo. I love the fact that it's like a different take on the American Liberty series. It's, kind of throwing off you can't tame America. We're throwing off the shackles of imperialism, whatever you want to call it. And then it's got I love the big eagle on the back. But yeah, there's still time to enter this giveaway. Go ahead and sign up. And Diamond Lou, I like Diamond Lou more and more every minute. Like he and I think we think a lot alike. So Diamond Lou's got one. I've got quite a few of these because I bought a few extras for giveaways. I knew they would sell it quick at the mint. So yeah, you can get one for free. Go ahead and sign up, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. But we'll end the promo there for now. So on the other side of it, going back to the silver. So again, I feel like gold's where it's at for a while. I think I'm going to swim in that lane unless if I see silver dip back to 17 again, I'm going there. Absolutely. I'll pay a little bit of premium. I'm buying these. I got these for $2 over spot. I found, I used to search all the online sites, the sales, the deals, whatever. I realized like once you kind of get in with your coin shop owner, if you've got a good coin shop owner, and I have a great coin shop owner at Quality Coin and Gold down here in Palm Harbor, And you can call them. They ship. They're about to launch a new website. Their website's there now, but you're going to be able to buy everything online from them. I'll tell you, once you get to know Asher, the owner down there, and the team down there, and you develop a good relationship, and they see you're a good customer, like you end up getting really good premium stuff. He goes out of his way to find what you need at a solid price. And so he did a special distributor order for me. He actually found this was the lowest premium silver he could find, and he got it for me. But you know, if I go back to silver, if you've got a $2 premium on a 10-ounce bar, that's not so bad. If silver's $20, that's a 10% premium. I'm in for that. If silver dips to 17 and I can get these at $2 over spot, I'll go for that. I'll buy that at 17. The other option that has worked well for me, the second least expensive, or actually this is probably the most expensive, is actually Canadian junk. And not just Canadian junk, but really any junk silver that's not American. So non-constitutional junk silver, because I think I've even got some Australian stuff in here. A while back on APMEX, I've got a video on it. I was kind of introduced to Canadian junk silver because they had, and this is back when silver was like at 17, they had bags of junk quarter, $100 face value, which was like 60 ounces. It was $2 an ounce over spot. And I know not a lot of people like this, especially in the States, but dude, $2 an ounce over spot. And at a lot of the local shops, I can get this at Melt. They just don't want to deal with it. You know, people don't really like it. I get that. I get that we want constitutional junk silver, but at Melt, man, I'll take just about anything at Melt. So I would say even if silver is in that $20 range, I might pick up some of this if I'm getting it at Melt. Absolutely. All day, every day. All day, every day. You know, and if it's down in that $17 range and I'm getting it $2 over spot, I definitely do one of those deals, you know. The probably last option is, of course, U.S. constitutional junk silver. I used to hate this stuff, and these are just some different ones. I'm not super numismatic collector. I'm trying to get more into it and understand the grading process a little better. Understand, you know, I bought my first Morgan the other day. I swore I would never buy a Morgan because I feel like they're overvalued right now. But this was in a Rattler, and I got a good deal on it. I love the old dot matrix paper. I know nothing about this coin. I can guarantee that this is not like a valuable coin. Some of you people watching, everyone, you probably know if it is or isn't. But I'm sure it's not because it was dirt cheap. But I just thought it was cool. I like the old paper. I like the whole Rattler. I don't know if you can even hear of it, but this is like the second gen PCGS case. But I'm able to generally find Franklins that are not graded. And, you know, sort of beat up old quarters, whatever, 90% stuff. I don't get this at Melt, but sometimes I can get it between 5 and 10%. So I used to think that was a horrible deal until I have to say, I appreciate the comment that they left on my site because the one gentleman, because it really made me think about how much I'm paying even for the Buffalo here. You know, I'm paying more than 10%. So why wouldn't I just buy constitutional silver at 10%, even though I think that's a ripoff? So probably not what I'm buying every day. It's just, if I was forced to buy something and I want to get the lowest premium possible, it's a little sad, but this may be the only option, or it may be the best option on any given day. So I'm definitely not buying constitutional junk silver at 20. You know, if we get back down to 17, maybe. But yeah, I think it's going to be a lot of fractional gold from here on out. One other thing that just kind of a almost off topic update, but you guys may have seen this. I bet Lou got one of these. So I guess the U.S. Mint sent out a letter to all their customers a while back, but I found a couple things here interesting that I think kind of speak to where silver is going to be. I don't think we're going to get out of these low premiums anytime soon because, you know, the Mint basically said, hey, they're working to increase production. But one really interesting line here, they said, this year we significantly increased production quantities of one of our most popular coins, the American Eagle 1 ounce silver dollar, which will lead to broader availability for our customers. I don't know why they would say that, like, because I have not seen broader availability. I have not seen lower premiums. So if the Mint is coming out and saying, like, patting themselves on the back because they increased production, you know, they're delusional, I guess. And so I don't think it's going to get any better if they think they're doing a good job now. And Lou, I am not enrolled for the Peace Dollar, but I'm going to be because they did also mention, and I did find a little odd that they're bringing back the Morgan and Peace Dollar programs in 2023, which is cool. That's exciting. So I'm definitely going to get them. So, you know, we could look at that and say, maybe because they're bringing back those programs, it means they're going to have more silver. Maybe this thing's going to come to an end with all these crazy high premiums. I don't know. But I'm not hopeful. So, and you know, it's funny, as much as I sit here and I'm complaining about like, oh, it's so expensive. What's the first thing I said when Lou said, are you going to buy it? Yeah, I'm going to buy it. Of course I'm going to buy it. Like, so I don't think I'm like done with silver forever. I just, it was interesting to me, a little bit thought provoking to think about, you know, is gold really the play right now? Is it a better option? And I am kind of excited about the fact that I'm kind of making that commitment to buy more fractional gold over silver because I think I'll get some of that cool variety, you know, that I've picked up in silver over the years. So definitely want to grab a couple more of these. Like I said, I think this is a half sovereign. Maybe it's a quarter sovereign. I'd like to finish a set of sovereigns because they're all more or less fractional. So I can knock that out if I can get all the 2022s. You know, this is the last year of QE2 on the coin. That's kind of interesting. I would love a fractional Britannia. I think this coin screams in any, whether you're talking about gold or silver. I think this is just I think the Royal British Mint does a really good job making coins, crafting their coins. I don't know if they do as much volume. I'm guessing they don't as the U.S. Mint. But again, this Britannia always seems to be super low premium compared to the rest of the lot. But the gap's not that far. So the biggest thing I'm probably going to pick up are more or any at all fractional American gold eagles because I don't have any. So I would like to, I'll probably set a goal, maybe not by the end of this year. That might be a little aggressive, but maybe by middle of next year, I think it'd be cool if I could get a tube of, you know, 10 tenth outs. You know, that would be kind of nice. And I like the updated design. Let me take it out of here because I don't know. I love the big bird on the back, kind of like they have on the on that on the American Liberty silver dollar. So definitely going to be buying a lot more fractional gold eagles, and definitely interested to hear if there's any other fractional gold that anyone thinks is a good idea. Lou, what do you got outside of outside of goldbacks? What are we buying? Tell me. So yeah, that's about all I got. You know, I appreciate everyone tuning in tonight. Sorry again, I was running a few minutes late there to start off the stream. We will definitely try to improve our timeliness in the next live stream, but hope everyone had fun. We got to look at some fun gold coins. Don't think we've raw dogged a Canadian yet, so maybe we can go out on a high note and show off that one. But yeah, I'm sure we'll come up with a fun topic next week. It's great just spending some time on a Friday talking about gold and silver, doing what we all love. So have a great weekend, everybody. And hey, everyone out there in Florida, I hope you're doing good. Hope you're doing better, you know, south of Tampa. And keep fighting the good fight. Keep stacking. And we'll see you next week. Thanks, everyone.